Hello, Jenna. This is Sean. Your mom said you wanted some ideas or how to go about doing the cowgirl hats you're gonna do for the bachelor party. This is one that I made that is just a regular old cowgirl hat that's really cheap. There used to be a brown band around here, but as you can see, I took it off. So this rhinestone on here comes in a strip and I sewed it on. This is just a pin that I got at Hobby Lobby along with these rhinestone strips, and I just pinned it on, and then to secure it I sewed it up here a little bit. But don't let sewing scare you. I don't know if you're a fan or not. You can just use good old glue gun. This here is just some applique that I measured, and it's just glued on. They're really pretty. I don't know if you can see it very well. I'm trying to do my best here to show you. Here's another cowboy hat. Oh, and by the way, if you want this or you know somebody that does, I'll mail it to you. I don't know when your bachelorette party is, but I probably don't have another use for this because when we go to Hatitude, we usually do a different hat every year. But anyway, just let me know. Anyway, here's another idea, cowboy hat, cowgirl hat. And this is just some string. It came like this that they've secured here, and then they've just strung it up with some little beads, turquoise beads. And you can do that too. Same with here. This is kind of like a little strip, and they put these conchos in there and then just hot glue gunned it to the hat. See my sweat stain? I've gotten a good use out of this hat. Anyway, some other ideas would be to get something maybe kind of like this. It's really sparkly. And you can also cut it down the middle. And if you wanted to make it like shorter. So if you wanted to like take something off a hat and replace it with something like this, you can always do that on there. They come in all sorts of different bling or no bling, and you can get them at, I got these at the Hobby Lobby. Again, you can cut these down the middle. You can cut all four of these down and make them single. You could always hot glue gun them to the rim like this. Another way would be to like get a piece of fabric. This is kind of like a faux suede, and you know, you can always, you know, cut it to size and then hot glue gun it once you get it to the size that you want to the hat. And then if you want to, you know, bling it out anymore, you could do that, and or you could hot glue some wine corks all the way around. And then if you wanted to, this is like some leather or suede strips that you could add anything to the front of it on. Also, you can, here's another little, that came in a long strip, and that's like super duper easy. That would be pretty for the bride's hat to like hot glue gun to, or hot glue it to a cowboy hat. And you can always, you know, add some, you know, bling back here, and then add a veil if that's what, you know, she wanted hanging off the back of the hat. Here's different colors of suede cord that you can use and wrap it around. Here are some other little kind of raffia type fabric that you can, you know, hot glue gun. Hot glue is your friend. Oh, another thing too is to, once you get, you know, something that you want in there, you could add like, you know, some feathers, or this is just like from the floral department. It's kind of bendy. Or if you want to buy other flowers from the floral department and cut off the backing, or just sometimes they just pull off, and you can hot glue gun any flowers, you know, of your choice. Again, you would just like cut this part off, get a good wire cutter, and you can add, you can even put some out on the outside of the hat. And then they have this other stuff too that's super reasonable. And you can cut these down to, you know, whatever size you want to do and stick it off the hat or stick it out the back of the hat, like that. Some other things are letters, if you want word, that are blingy, that they won't stick to the hat, so you're gonna have to hot glue gun them on there too, but you can get them all sparkly, and you could maybe, you know, put bride up here or something like that. And then there is a whole bunch of stuff. You can go to ARC or wherever. You can buy, these are just pins, like I had on the other hat, where you can just pin, you know, all sorts of different pins to the hat. That's really easy. You don't even need a hot glue gun for that. And then also, if you can find some, you know, antique beads or necklaces, you can, so you could change this up here. You can hot glue gun some necklaces to the hat. Here's another one. That would be good to put along the rim too. Just hot glue, or if there's availability, if this, you know, like this, you probably could sew it to the hat if that's what you want to do. Hot glue gunning is much faster. I think that's probably it. All right, I hope it is a fun get together, as I'm sure it will be. And if you or anyone is interested in this, please let me know. I am more than willing to give it to somebody who wants to wear it and give it some love. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.